Good morning, everyone. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. And I just popped on I'm going to only be on for about maybe an hour, maybe a little bit more. I know Mary usually comes on real early on Thursdays, but I didn't see her live. So I thought I'd come on for about 45 minutes to an hour. And just we're going to chit chat a little bit. I've got my everything book that I learned to make this book from Arne and Carlos. I have their book on making books, and this has got a piece of Gina Aaron's drop cloth that she sent me one time. But hi Pam. I also used a bunch of scrapbook paper that I wouldn't use for anything else. And what goes in here is just anything and everything. Um, Things I like, things I've made. Um, it's just an everything book. A little bit of this and that. That's about Project Dress a Girl. This was an image someone sent me and I colored. I was going to stick her in here. We might pick a page and stick her down. This was a gel print that somebody else sent me, but I put little fortune cookies in right there in that spot. And I have two new fortune cookies because Scott and I went to the Chinese restaurant. So I thought I'd stick these in here. This one says, kindness is an antidote to negativity. And this one says, consume less, share more, enjoy life. So let's stick some things in my book real quick. I'm just going to use double-sided tape. Maybe. Here we go. Just some double-sided tape. And I am trying to use things that I come across that I've been saving to stick in this book. Things I need to use because I have them and I just need to use them up, or I need to think about getting rid of them. If they're just taking up space, not doing anything, it might be time for them to go. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Vicki. Vicki, I saw you just messaged me on Facebook. I'll get back to you on that. I'll look and see what you sent me. But this is just random scrapbook papers and other papers. And you make skinny little signatures and you actually sew them. And so you have a ton of thread to deal with. And then you put a ton of glue on the back. And it does have some issues. I mean, the paper's pulling there, but I'll just do a quick flip. This is not for your standard. That's okay. I just came on. This is not for like your standard journaling, unless you want it to be. But this is where here's a homemade recipe. Texture paste recipe, 1 part baby powder, 1 part paint, 2 parts Mod Podge. I stuck that in there so I'd have it. And then random quotes. I love to print off quotes. Just the random stuff. I love this little bag. I think I could draw the pattern myself. We went to see Downton Abbey at the theater, so I stuck those tickets in here. This was a stamp that I carved when Mary was doing something from a piece of fabric, I think. So. So I carved a stamp. This was some patterns that I kind of drew from this inspiration picture. So if you find a picture, this is something I did with Dee Dee. Of course, there'll be pictures of my cats and stuff. Remind me later to do that. So just random bits. I took a class online and I did this picture. I actually have it hanging behind me. And quilts I like, quotes. I love the idea of Adirondack chairs in all the different colors out in the yard, but I don't think I could get out of an Adirondack chair if I tried. Porch ideas. I don't have a porch, but I love a nice, deep, friendly porch. I'd love one. I'd love to add one to this house. Bookshelves that I liked. These were dresses I made for Project Dress a Girl. Yeah, I've got my coffee sitting next to me. I had coffee and just some cantaloupe this morning. This is a project I did with Ann Lar. I use it to write down things I need to pick up at the craft store. I keep it in my purse. This was a like business card that I picked up at the South Carolina Welcome Center, one of them. It's a free moonshine tour and gifts at the Palmetto Moonshine. But I thought it was a really cool way to do their business card. This was a picture I rescued from the bins at Goodwill. It was just so pretty. So I just cut it and saved it. Positive words. There's a lot of positive words. If you look up positive words, you'll get a bunch. Ideas for butterflies for painted rocks. The cat basket thing that I made that the cats didn't like, so I turned it into something else. Just lots of quotes to try to make me feel better about myself. I love this pantry idea. It's like they built this out in the corner of their kitchen, and then it's got its own door, and then you could put a decoration up on top. This is like a dream pantry for me, that you could just walk in and find stuff. I'd love that. Cupcakes that I made for a cookout. As you can see, it's just random decorating ideas gets shoved in here that I like. Hairstyles. Love that curtain. Some cats. So anything that I like, that's a card Dee Dee made. Love this kitchen center island idea. So, and you can see it's just scrapbook paper. This was a tag, I think from, that one's from Lisa Conway. So I've got some other things I want to stick in here somewhere. Let's see what's on the back. See, this is the problem I'm having, is it's pulled loose right here. That's a postcard. Freebies from one of the stores. I don't know. Skip, if you are easily offended, gifts from my son. Oh. I put that in there in case I was doing a flip like this. I kind of want to put her on this page. We'll just stick her down here. Oh, I got these at Joann's. Their LGBTQ stuff is 60% off, but I just like the rainbow stripes. So I bought them. They're over the knee socks. We'll see if they fit me. Well, you're welcome to, if you want to join us one Thursday, Vicki, and you've got time, just let us know. We'll pop you back in for just the day. If you've got a day that you'd like to get together, just let us know. I know Ann's going to be traveling here shortly. But I thought I'd share my kind of everything book because I had things to stick in it. And then I've got things I need to put in my my sewing kind of thing that I keep sewing ideas in, that's for like doing arrangements or whatever. I know. I was thinking they were toe socks. See, that would definitely be 70s. Who all had toe socks? I did. I loved my toe socks. I thought they were so cool. Hi, Janet. And like I said, I'm only going to be on probably till 7 o'clock. That way, if Mary wants to pop on at 6, like she does these days, I at 6 her time, 7 my time. I just like this image, and I colored it, and she needs to live somewhere. So now she has a place to live. What else do I have? I think I had a quote. I want to keep the stuff. This is all about Project Dress a Girl. If you go to, if you just look up Dress a Girl Around the World, you can print this off. They mailed this to me with the labels. That's where this came from. So I wanted to keep that in my book. And then I have this. This came from a group called House of Leaders. And it says, a friend told me this quote and it changed my life. You're not healing to be able to handle trauma, pain, anxiety, depression. You're used to those. You're healing to be able to handle joy, to accept happiness back into your life. So I'm going to cut that out and put it down. Your back and neck are killing me. I'm just going to do the quote. I'm not going to do the a friend told me bit. After we did all that work in the garage to get that lathe and stuff where that guy could come pick it up, it's just been raining so much. And and then yesterday Greg discovered that water was coming in the bonus room somehow. So we had to get the big shop back in and clean that water up. And then we discovered it was probably because of me having plants in pots near the side of the house. So we pulled them away. We moved the table that was next to the house that we had out there, to set things on while we were grilling and to shade my clematis plants. Yeah. So let's see if there's a spot on another quote page that I could put this in real quick. Because there's no rhyme or reason to this book, and you have to flip through it to find what you're looking for, but I'm okay with that. That'll fill that space up right there. These were doodles I did with Mary on August 24th, 2023. No, that's when I stuck them in there. So they've been in there a while, but she was doing some doodles. And I was doodling along. There we go. I think that's all I had. Oh, I'll stick this in here. It's the last time I voted. They gave me a sticker. So I stick it in there. So that's the everything book. Now I've got these here are how to do crotch adjustments for pants. So I'm just going to cut them out and stick them in my sewing book. I'll get that out here. This is my Let's Talk sewing book. Let's see, what do I have attached here? Okay, these are just where to email pictures for Dee and Dory. If you are a sewer and you want to share with them so they can share it on their channel, your makes, that's what that's for. So, Project Dress a Girl dresses from, I can't remember when I did that. I think those were part of last year's dresses. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll just stick these in. This has got, I made something with that fabric and it was awful, so I donated it. These were successful makes right here. I love this top. I want to make more of these tops and more of the Rebecca dresses, which this pattern is no longer free and I don't see it on their site, but it's a cute dress. All right. This was a fail that I turned into a top that I don't wear. I'll probably donate it. Inspiration. Orders from Fabric Mart. Where'd that picture go? I'll stick it in here. I'm pretty sure this is last year's make, so I'll stick it in here with the rest of the pictures. Last year, these were the dresses I made. There. I made quite a few last year, it looks like. So I need to get started on this year's dresses because it's almost August and she collects dresses in September. So I need to get busy on that. These were fabrics I ordered and I keep the information. There's Jeff for Handy Rabbit. Tops that I made that, I mean, they're not the greatest because I am horrible at sewing with knits. Some people can do it and they have no problem. These are the dream overalls that I want to make. And I've been buying and collecting things, fabrics to t-shirts to not t-shirts, men's shirts to cut up and pull apart. All right, wait, I've got another. I got several, but I've got one that's just a picture of another pixelated quilting project that I want to add here. Hi, Lisa. Digital Canute Draws. So if you ever want to turn some of your art into a quilt, put it in your, make it into a photo, and then tell your program to pixelate it, and you can just do stuff like this. You could turn basically any picture into a quilt. It takes a little time, but you can do it. I thought I'd like to share that there. I have two cats side by side that I took a picture, and I've already got the fabrics together so that I can do a wall hanging or the center of a like round robin quilt. That's on the table in the front room. I ought to move all my setup in there and work on stuff in there today. Greg better hurry up or he's going to be late for work. Scott left about 30 minutes ago because it's about a 45 minute drive. And we're supposed to get flooding today because it's supposed to start raining and then stop for a little while and then start back up. And they've put us under a high flood warning. So that means the river could come out of its banks again. And Scott has some low areas he has to drive through to get to his job. So I told him, I said, be extra careful today. Yeah, the reversible dresses are fun, and it gives the girl, whoever gets it, you know, a chance to wear a different dress. They do take a little bit more time, but the girls are worth it. I need to get busy on that. I've got some things I want to get sewn up though. I got another free pattern. I shared it in my group, I think, or maybe just on Facebook, to a free pattern that one of the companies put out. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. But I think I'm going to use that pink fabric and make it. So now I need to put the instructions on pant adjustments. So what I'm going to do, that's just one sheet, I think. Feels like it. And I know I could save all this stuff in a digital file, but I'm old school. I don't want to sit and look through 1,000 things on my computer. I look at the computer enough. Let's do this and this together. Maybe we'll decorate this page a little bit so that it's easier to see. So if I go, now I'm sitting here, how do you spell adjustments? I'll have to just write it. Okay. I've already messed it up. How can I fix it? That's a little one. Digging on the door. All right. Anybody else while I'm here? Howard, Callie? Nobody else? I'll wait till I sit down. Yeah, I figured it out here. Yeah, I was cleaning off the big green desk where I sit to pay bills because I'm the bill payer in the family. Scott makes the money and then I get to spend it. But it usually just goes, how did you make out at the vets? Oh, she's had her shots and she goes on August 1st for surgery. So next Thursday. And she was already in heat, so she could be pregnant. So it may be a kitty abortion, but she cannot have any more kittens. She just can't. And I need to figure out which of the kittens is female first off. Get them a new home quickly. I think there's one little female in the whole bunch, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to trim these down. I'm going to just set this aside here. So yeah, she's had her shots, and I'll tell you something. That little cat was the best behaved cat to go to the vets. She hardly cried the whole way there. She was good the whole time she was in the vets. She didn't dig anybody. She didn't hiss. She didn't growl. I think she was just really confused about being thrown into a box and then taken to the vets. She's just a really mellow cat. And I told her I appreciated her being a good girl. I knew it was scary. So these are just some little things that it tells you where to measure and how to measure to figure out how to do pant adjustments. There's a couple channels that I watch that do some excellent fitting for making your own clothes. I'll come back and I'll put links to them in the description below. I don't have them in front of me right now, and I don't want to missay their channel, so I'll add them. If you're a sewist and you want some good help with fitting problems, I'll put those links below. Because everybody's, the crotch and waist and all of that area. Every person's body is different on that. This is the amazing, what is it called? Analyzing the fit. So this is all pant fitting. When we got back, I gave her a can of food. She thought that was wonderful. I don't give wet food all the time. I just think it makes the litter boxes reek. So I don't do wet food. Plus, it's so expensive. You might hear some noise in the background. My son is getting ready for work. Oh, and my stomach's growling. I might need to get a little something else. Yeah, I might move my setup to the front room. We'll see. Or I might just stay right here. I finished my little pig's blanket. I could show you that real quick. And I'll show you the, we're going to do on the side here. Here's the little pig's blanket, all finished. And then the little pig just needs arms and legs, or legs. So here's my little pig. So I'm going to put, he'll have his arms and legs on. And then we noticed, Scott said, oh, he has a cape, because when you put this around him and you fold the hexagon a little bit, it turns it into a cape. So he's a super pig. She's a super pig, or he's a super pig. So he'll be a super pig in a blanket. So he's coming along, and I know the little gal hosting this challenge is having some surgery. So I hope it goes well, or has gone well for her. Yeah, she put up a video. I was watching it before I came on here today, just of like what she does in a week and that kind of thing. She had her two littles with her. She was talking about some dolls that they're kind of weighted, so, and some of them giggle and that kind of stuff. It wasn't nearly as creepy to me as those dolls that, you know, the reborn dolls. Those things creep me out. I'm sorry. They really creep me out. Yeah, she's a real sweet little gal. And she's a homemaker. I was always pretty much a homemaker. I did work for a while. I managed a couple stores and that kind of thing. And then when Scott got the job at Abbott, where we were kind of living between houses, it just made more sense for me to be where I could be fluid so we could stay together. So I returned home and have not gone back to work yet. I have been thinking about maybe going back to work. They're opening a Five Below, and they've been asking for applications, but I don't know if I want to go back to work in the climate that is out there right now. I don't like to shop in it. I don't know that I would want to work retail in the current environment. I'm sorry, but people have gotten downright hateful. I just can't imagine dealing with the ins and outs of working with people and then have the current issues that we have going on. People, I just have gotten mean. All right. My stomach is really loud. Making up a border as I go. We'll copy it over here. I went to Aldi's and Ollie's and Tractor Supply and Food Lion yesterday to get the house restocked with some food because we were out of food. I've been putting off going to the grocery store. One, we didn't have the money for it, but two, I didn't want to go. So yesterday I did it all. That's why I wasn't on yesterday, because I went to all those places and it was crazy. I went to Aldi's first because I knew I could get most everything there at the lowest price at Aldi's, ALDIS. So I went there first. And then, let's see, then I went to Tractor Supply because that was going to be all things that could sit in the truck at, 90 some degrees and be okay, for the time I was in. And then I went to Ollie's because they're having the Tide detergent. The really big bottle is like $16.99 and it's supposed to last you 4 months. So I got that. And they had a Lysol all-purpose type cleaner, but it was made for pet odors, which I'd never seen before. And I thought, well, I'll just get that and see. I'm going to mop the floors. I need to mop floors today before 10 o'clock. So after I sign off here, that I'll be mopping. Isn't that like fun to hear about? I don't like mopping. Need to make the bed and do all the normal daily pull the house together type business. Just for myself, because nobody visits. And I've determined that that's okay. Oh, while we were in the vets, there was a couple a bulldog and a pit bull came in, or a pitty mix. I think it was a pitty mix because it looked like it had something else in it too. And they had this weird rash, and the bulldog, he was she was so cute. She just wanted to love on everybody. She just, oof, oof. You know how bulldogs are crazy. But the pitty mix, it didn't really like other dogs. So the poor owner, she was standing there so nervous that the other dogs were going to get too close, but they worked it out. And she had taken her to swim, I guess, at the lake. And she had some kind of something they get in water from swimming in water. It was this wicked rash. She was just covered in this rash. And, with the pit bulls, their hair is really short. So you can see the rash. And I said, that dog has got to be miserable. She said, even if you just barely brush against her, it gets her to itching. I said, poor puppy. I told her as I was leaving, I had said, I hope you get better so you can go swimming again. Kind of made me think about when I had inner ear infections and would get sent to Junior Grange camp in New York. I don't know if anybody else knows what Junior Grange is or what the Grange is. It's farm family stuff. But yeah. One year I had an inner ear infection, so I couldn't go swimming. And then another year, the second year I went, we were collecting things for like terrariums. And apparently we were too close to a yellow jacket's nest. And I got stung on the lip and on my arm and on my legs. It was awful. So camp memories. Kind of miserable. And I was kind of fortunate to get to go because we were very poor. So I did get to go to camp, I think twice. I think it's because somebody donated money so I could go. You heading out, bud?
Yeah.
All right. Have a good day.
I'll try to.
It's Thursday. You only got 2 more days.
Yeah.
You can do it. Love you. He's already slammed the door. Oh, God. Kids. He's going to be 38 next month. I just can't believe it. Yeah, he's not real thrilled about going, but he'll get there. There he goes. He's trying to get his poop in a group in there. Oh, and that's Howard. Howard, do you want to come in? If I look over there, his little face will be in the window. I'm only going to be on 10 more minutes. You couldn't stay out there 10 more minutes? All right. Come on, Howard. Come on, Callie. You want to come in? Let's do it now. Don't make me wait. It's just Gray. Come on. Come on, nosy britches. You're going to make me sit down and then come back. Oh. She's like, I'm not ready to come in. I don't remember the person that does this journaling where you put your stuff you want to keep in and then you decorate around. I can't remember the name. I am horrible with names. I've got the book over there. Dee Dee turned me on to her. But I've got another journal where I did it even more. Well, that one, when we walked in, that bulldog was just it was just so funny. It was just like everybody that came in, she was like, "Oh, I love you too. Oh, I'm so glad you're here." And I was just like laughing. Yeah, now Callie's in the door. This is the other journal that I actually started when Dee Dee turned us on to this method. And this was also just a composition book that I decorated the cover with modeling paste, crackle, and different things. And I left it where you could see what the original cover of it looked like. And I did the front and the back. That's a fun technique to do. I can see where it's wearing off. But this style of journaling, where you do the sections and stuff, this was going to be my growth journal, like personal growth, learning new diets and that kind of stuff. This was in 2020. So I like to do this. Some people do just the one page like this and don't have a problem. And what I noticed is sometimes things would bleed through too much. So I started gluing 2 pages together. Tanya, I think, is the one that never seemed to have a problem with it. And it does make it extra crinkly if you do just one sheet. But I've been putting 2 sheets together because this. And what you do, the first thing you do is you go through and you just put stuff down, like This one I missed gluing two pieces together, so I just folded the page in half. So I've got this shorty page. But I went through and I added some sprays, and then I put just boxes on here. And I've been sticking stuff in here as well, kind of like an everything journal, things that I thought were cute. I love these llamas. They're crocheted. But I never finished this one. This is how to make your own paper. And I've put white paint in it. So this could be another one of those books where you just grab and wipe your paint off. It doesn't feel like I've been through the whole book yet. But I don't remember this style. But you do this where you put stuff down. She was my drop paper alien. This was when I was learning I needed to eat more vegetables, lots of vegetables. This is a little person that I carved, and I love to use that stamp. But you can see I had problems with some ink I used, and that wasn't good. But this is a fun technique to do, and you decorate the whole thing. This is just a fun journal. But you could do a page like this in any of your journals if you just want to, try it out. See, I drew vegetables, and then I add a couple quotes and things, some washi tape. I love this page with the flowers and the bee. And again, you can't hardly see my writing. These were a failed attempt at something that Tanya and Lisa were doing. So I just took the pages and I glued them down, and they're actually pockets. And I made a couple things. Put quotes on the back. We'll switch these out. And then this one's got some fairies here. This one I didn't mount because she's got a flower on the back. It's got a quote on the back of it. And that sits out as a tab, and it's getting kind of damaged, but I don't care. It's okay. So I just thought I'd just do a quick flip. There's really nothing important on here. This is when I learned about World Kindness Day, where you paint rocks and you put them around. And then we did this page together on my channel, I think. And I just found a quote that I liked, and then I went in my stash and I found some. This is just some ephemera that I had, and I just added a couple of those. I love to do where you do the two pencil lines in and out and then draw your letters in between. That's something I love to do. This was something from June 2022 where we were doing something and they gave you a word and you had to do something with it. I think this is when I had the C word. And Sharon Lombard sent me a beautiful old card. There's a note from Kathy Cowell. And then that's it. See, I could do a saying in those two lines all the way across the page. So today was a journal share. I've got this journal and that journal and the everything book. And that's what I was going to share this morning. And now I guess I need to go make the bed, mop the floors, go turn the lights off because Greg never turns a light off. He can turn them all on, but he never turns them off. So the bonus room light's still on. All right. I hope everybody has a great day. And Mary says she'll be live in 30 minutes. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.